Gents, I just want to pause the episode for a moment to let you know about the Strong Men of Value Academy. You will have heard me refer to it a number of times, and I want to bring more attention to it. So this isn't just a program, it's a life-changing environment and community of men who are focused on personal and professional growth. We're looking at areas of relationships, wealth, and health, things to help you thrive and maximize your life. Imagine having bi-monthly one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, weekly group coaching calls, and an incredible brotherhood of high achievers by your side. Now we're diving into resilience, leadership, and holistic growth to not just succeed in your career, but to thrive in your health and your relationships. Your journey to greatness, it starts here. So join the movement and you can apply for the Strong Men of Value Academy. You can head to themanthatcanproject.com to find out more.
You're listening to The Man That Can Project with Lachlan Stuart, a global movement created to empower men and open up what's really going through their minds by having real and raw conversations about life's unique challenges and our individual ways of processing it all. Welcome to The Man That Can Project.
All right, gents, welcome back to another episode. There's been so many of you incredible blokes, men, that in the Facebook group are asking questions. And, you know, as you're joining the group, one of the questions is sort of an area that you're looking to grow in or that you may be currently challenged or struggling in. And my goal with that question is to provide as much free value for you guys as possible. So, at the moment, with so many of you guys joining, there's a lot of content for me to create, which is I'm really thoroughly enjoying, but I'm still trying to prioritize other things. But I'm trying to get a few more episodes out, short, sharp episodes out, answering your questions to hopefully give you a few action steps and just some different perspective on what you can do to start taking action and start improving your life. So thank you guys for asking those questions, and also for those who are listening to this episode, thanks so much for investing the time in yourself to learn different perspectives and learn how you can take ownership of your life and take your life to that next level through the Man That Can Project, where we're really focused on helping you build muscle, momentum, meaning, and mateship in your life. So thanks, gents, and let's dive in. So as promised, and I spoke about this a while ago, I haven't or didn't really know at the time of recording this right now when I was going to post it, because I did an incredible podcast with Sam Hardy around his alcohol, his sobriety, and the positive ripple effects of that. And I thought it was such a powerful episode. I didn't want to back it up with my own story just yet. I wanted to make sure there's a bit of variety in the content. And his, I took so much away from that, which is also put me on my own little journey of understanding alcohol, and also looking at it in a different perspective around the negative ripple effects are of drinking, right? So for those who've heard my story multiple times, I cut drugs and alcohol out of my life back in 2014, and I needed to do that because I had a rubber arm, and the way I was thinking, acting, behaving when I was on, drinking a lot, binge drinking, I would say, and also using recreational drugs wasn't in alignment with who I wanted to be and the quality of life that I had. And for a long time, I was very disciplined and kept that to a bay. But I feel like, ever since the engagement, and I'm not blaming this on the engagement, this is all my own choice. I'm not sitting here blaming events or anything like that as to why I did it. I just chose to do it, and, don't regret it. But the more I've thought about it, I'm like, okay, well, does the amount that I'm drinking align with the goals that I've set for myself and how I want to show up as an individual in the future? And the answer for me was no. So everything that I'm about to talk about and share is coming from the perspective that I have an idea of what I want from my life, guys. And if you don't, maybe the first protocol is thinking about that, thinking about what you want from your life, and then thinking about what are the standards, or how do you think you would need to think, act, and behave in order to achieve what you want from your life, to be that best version of yourself for what that is for you, right? I think that's a really important place to start. And because I was aware of that, it was really easy for me to reflect and go, okay, well, the amount that I'm drinking at the moment is not in alignment with who I want to be and how I want to show up in my life. So when I was able to identify that, I just thought back, at the start of obviously 2020, before COVID happened, I did 3 months of no alcohol, and I really felt incredible. My recovery with my training was booming, my mental clarity, my sleep. I just felt more driven and motivated. It was unreal. Okay, and then over obviously time and time again, I've become more and more relaxed, right? To the point where I was at camping and I was drinking from 9 a.m. to sort of 9 p.m., which is, I haven't done that for probably 5-6 years, right? That's binge drinking. And it was an awesome trip, right? It was a great time, it was fun, but even at the time, I'm recording this on what's today? 8th of October. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it yet. As I mentioned, I didn't want to clog the content full of alcohol stuff. But I'm still feeling foggy. I'm still feeling lethargic. And I know that there's another gear that I had been at, which I'm not quite at. And I know I want to keep raising the bar for myself as a result of that. So for me sitting here, thinking about this, I'm like, all right, my productivity's down. Right, the results that I could be having and I could be benefiting off the compound of the work that I get done now over the few years. Time is not, it's not worth the sacrifice is what I've come to terms with for me. And once again, this is for me, so it's about thinking about what you want, because I know that you can always come from that perspective, but fuck, what about if you never get those opportunities again? I get that 100%, but I also know I can have fun without alcohol now. And I have a lot of fun without alcohol. So for me, once again, my perspective is, when I was at that start of that year and I was having time away from alcohol, the mental clarity was boosted. I was more driven. I was more productive, right? So for me, those are really important things that align with my core values as a man and as an individual. And so going against them leaves me feeling guilty. So I don't necessarily always have the best time, right, when I'm getting absolutely sloshed. And one thing really stood out to me when I was interviewing Sam on the podcast about his experience, and it really stood out that when he, 7 months down of no drinking, he had given himself back 425 hours of time, right? Because he was having a bottle of wine a day, which meant, he was drunk and not sleeping as well, his recovery the next day, his mental fogginess, all those things were what I would consider for me personally negative ripple effect. And I don't drink during the weeks, that's just never been a thing, but if I'm drinking on the weekends, I know that I'm not getting up. Sunday morning for me is an amazing morning, right? A lot of people sleep in and take that time. For me, I get up at 5, I go get my croissants, have a nice coffee, go for a walk, and do a lot of personal development. It's time where it's my self-care morning essentially. And when I'm hungover, I don't get that. And that to me is really important. But if I look at that, I'm consistently doing that at the moment every week, I might be losing, I spend about 5 hours on those Sunday mornings of self-care. So I could be losing, anywhere from 20 to 30 hours a month that I'm spending on myself, which when I work it out, that's 300 hours a year. It's not worth it for me. And I'm not sitting here bashing alcohol, because I don't get me wrong, I fucking love wine, I love scotch, and I love beer. But it was just more so thinking about, okay, for myself, and 2021 is going to be a big year. I'm going to get married. I've got my 30th birthday, which is also exciting. So there's all these significant events which for me have always been linked to having a big party and celebrating. And I'm tossing up now, do I do 12 months of sobriety and just really focus on being the best version of myself, getting that mental clarity, getting the wedge shred on, and really just performing well in what I love doing on a day-to-day basis with training and running the Man That Can project, right? So I'm having this mental battle at the moment, and I guess there's no wrong or right decision. It's just coming down to I need to make a decision and fucking stick to it. And it's going back to thinking about what do I want to... The reason why I want to share this with you guys is I think it's helpful for a lot of us, because I know a lot of us blokes struggle with alcohol, and it's the other ones, not enough. No, what is it? One's too many and 10's not enough, or whatever that saying is. A lot of us struggle with that, so I think it's important to have these healthy conversations around how alcohol impacts you, why you maybe use it. And for me, I use it just like I use coffee, right? If coffee to me is a whole experience, from going in, getting the coffee, reading my book, having the sun on my back, enjoying the flavor. Like, I love that whole process just as much as I do alcohol, whereas previously I used to just drink to get drunk. Whereas now I'm in a frame of mind where drinking for me provides me a good experience. I enjoy the taste of the alcohol that I'm drinking. I'm not a nighttime drinker. I love drinking during the daytime. And so it's still all linked to an experience for me. But I'm also so focused, guys, on what I want to create for myself. And I see so many people who fall short in life. And I've been in a position where I've been dead broke and I haven't achieved what I wanted for my life. And the goal has always been to never, make sure that I'm on top of things. And I think, I'm leaning towards that position where I'll obviously modify things and I'll make a decision as I get closer. But at the moment, I'm not drinking. And that's a conscious decision I'm making because I want to feel better. I want to perform better. And I want to reap the rewards of what that is able to give me. So it's been an interesting, I guess, second half of the whole of 2020 has been hectic. But, that second half of the year for me with just added alcohol consumption, and I never thought I'd go back to drinking as much as I have been. I've enjoyed it, don't get me wrong, but there's just some things that for me personally, the opportunity cost of what it is for me is not weighing up to be worth it. So going to be mindful, going to be more disciplined as to my alcohol consumption. But guys, in the future, for those who are in the inner circle, we are going to have an open discussion about this, which will come on the podcast soon. I'd love to hear your experiences with alcohol, why you drink it, if you've been addicted to it, or if you are currently addicted to it, functioning alcoholics, or if those who are going through sobriety or who are sober. I'd love to gain a great understanding from multiple of you guys, just like we did with that toxic masculinity podcast. If you haven't listened to that, it's episode 241. But I think it's important to have these discussions so men from, you guys, we've got listeners all around the world from all different backgrounds that can relate to something and maybe take something away to start making improvements for whatever that looks like for you, right? So if you're a part of the inner circle, you can definitely jump in and join in on that. If you're not part of the inner circle, gents, feel free to join up through the website. Otherwise, just continue conversations through the website. It's sorry, not the website, the Facebook group, the Man That Can Project's Facebook group. It's great having you guys a part of it. And like I've always say, it's awesome learning from you guys, seeing you guys grow and hearing your challenges that you're overcoming and just seeing you support one another. It's fucking awesome to be a part of. So if you do get value from this, there was intention to share my experience with what's been going on with alcohol for me, because I think it's important. I want to share everything that I'm going through just as much as I love teaching and educating, but I think it's always good to share what's been going on in my world. So thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great evening, and we will see you on the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Man That Can Project podcast. My name is Lachlan Stuart, and I hope you enjoyed this episode and found it helpful. If you did, please take a moment to rate and review the Man That Can Project on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with our newest episodes. We'll see you again next time.